All right, let's do a couple movie reviews. Um, Usually when I do a movie review, and it's not like for example, I did The Thing and Kill Bill recently, and so I'll get a lot more people watching those videos because more people are interested in those movies. But these two movies I watched on Tubi, and the movie reviews I do from Tubi movies get a lot fewer views because I don't know, people don't watch Tubi as much as I do, I guess. EK likes it. So, both of these movies come from 2015. The first one is Lazer Team with a Z, Lazr Team. Um, it's a comedy, and it's a pretty good one at that. Um, so the basic premise is it starts with the wow signal, which is always fun, and the government absolutely was able to understand and receive the wow signal, and the wow signal was this alien race telling us conflict is coming, or we're going to send you a weapon to help you deal with this conflict, and so it'll be coming in like 20 years or something. So the government goes and they picks out the best baby. Very Aryan style. Pick out the best baby and start training them from birth all the way to be the guy who wields the weapons of this alien technology. And of course, he ends up being like a Aryan like guy. And they train him. The aliens give him the specs about what the suit does and so forth. And so they train him to use the suit, to be in best physical shape ever, and intellectually as well. And so he's ready to get it, and the pod is coming with the weapon. And then there's this side story about this cop and this kid that's dating this cop's daughter, and these two country boys. The cop is stopped with this kid in his car because he has been dating his daughter and he doesn't like him. And he has to stop these two country boys here on the outside because they've been shooting off fireworks. They've been drinking beer and just shooting off fireworks. And so he stops them, and as they're shooting off one of the firework hits the pod as it's coming in, and it crashes among these four guys. And instead of one person getting the entire suit, these four guys got these four different parts of the suit. The one guy here, I forget his name, but he had the boots, and the boots made him like run real fast. Cool concept, and it was hilarious because as soon as he started doing it, he started barfing. Because the human body isn't really built to understand that. It's like a really nasty roller coaster. The boots, you know what I'm saying? The kid, he got like the laser cannon arm, which is pretty badass. The cop, he got like the defensive shield, which is also kind of badass. But the dumbest guy in the group here at the end, he got the helmet. All right, and the helmet like drilled into his skull. By the way, all these things like affixed to these guys, so they can't remove them. And so it drilled into his skull, and so it started making him smarter and even like psychic. He became like the John Jones, the Martian Manhunter of the group, where he could communicate to people's minds directly. And it was kind of cool, but it's also he was the dumbest guy in the group, but because he started getting smarter, his dumb mind thought that he had to start talking in a British accent, so he started using British in a British accent and British colloquialisms. It was weird and hilarious, obviously. It's only a PG-13 rating. I would have pushed it to R because there's one scene that I was like, this is not for children. 13 or over, and it's not. Yeah, this is like 18. Yeah, 18 plus film. And but at the same time, that scene is hilarious for an adult. You'll see what I mean if you watch it. And so, ton of good laughs. And what's interesting is that the government finds them and starts training them to fight the upcoming menace. But the guy who was chosen, they tell him, you need to train them how to use the components of the suit because you're the one we've been training all these years. And at first he kind of comes off like a douche because he's like, oh, this is meant for me. I'm the one who's supposed to have this stuff. And you start feeling, oh, yeah, that guy's a real jerk, a real selfish jerk. But towards the end of the film, he actually redeems himself and becomes kind of a good guy. I really did like that aspect. That's cool. It shows what they call character development, despite an otherwise silly comedy with a bunch of bickering between a unique cast of diverse characters. You know what I mean? They made a sequel, Lazer Team 2. I didn't like that one as much. But the whole premise was that like this lab assistant that the smart guy was working with, like fell in love with him, but then they found a way to like remove the helmet and remove the parts, and then he went back to his old country boy self, and she's like, ugh. And that was like the only funny aspect of the second movie. So Lazer Team 2015, 9 of 13 stars. Pretty decent laughs, pretty interesting premise. Obviously, they learn how to work together as a team, and it's not exactly a innovative plot, but I mean, it's kind of got like Voltron meets Greatest American Hero in a way. It's kind of cool. Worth the watch. 9 of 13 stars.